Minimum 3-card combo, 2-card combo. Nope, not anymore, because all we need now is 1 card, and one of the strongest 1 cards out there. Greetings, Rigil Agateiades here, and today we're back on Master Duel because our favorite space bears got a revolutionary new way to start their combo. And all it takes is 2 level 1s. New in the last selection pack, where everyone only crafted their Malchamis, were some new Drytron support. And the one particular card that changed everything for both decks is Drytron New 2. With an effect that searches Drytron main deck monsters, this new Drytron monster was supposed to give Drytrons their long-awaited 1-card combo. But whether that's intentional or a mere coincidence, Ursarctics also got their own now. Thanks to New 2's search effect, Ursarctics can now access their starter, Ursarctic Departure, off the extra deck. All it takes is to summon Drytron Mu Beta Fafnir, a generic rank 1 which sends New 2 directly from the deck to the grave. From there, New 2 can summon itself and search for the card that brings Drytrons and Ursarctics together, ultimate Bright Knight Ursartron Alpha, and kickstart our Ursartic revolution. Now, as a generic rank 1 monster, getting to Beta Fafnir is not hard at all. Even Evil Form can do that. But in this day and age, why don't we use the meta deck that's pumping out level 1s, the Snake Eyes? It takes a bit of changes to the usual Snake Eye combo to bring out Beta Fafnir, and even more changes to the end board because Septentrion shuts down the usual Snake Eye board. But there's no question to the power Snake Eyes bring. Without further ado, let's head to the combo. As you would have guessed, Snake Eye Ash is the best 1-card starter in the deck. Especially so with our board, giving us an extra pseudo-omni by the end of the combo. Other starters require Diablo Star, so they're 1.5 cards, but they don't take a normal summon, so they all act as extenders when we get hand trapped. So, the Ash or Bonfire combo. Starting just like a normal Snake Eyes, Ash normal summon searches Popular, Popular search for the dramatic Snake Eye chase, and we make Link Karibo. Put the Popular back on the field with its own effect, use it for Ash's second effect to summon Flamberge, and that's where our opponent starts to get confused, because the first Link 2 we make is Silhouette Rabbit. When we get to the end board, Septentrion negates all Link monsters on the field, including our own, so there aren't a lot of Link choices for interactions on the opponent's turn. Fortunately for us, Silhouette Rabbit is one of them. And even better that this is our 5th summon, so we always have at least Azaroon ready, even under Nib. Here Flamberge triggers, bringing back Popular and Ash, and we're set for our rank 1. Make Mu Beta Fafnir, send New 2 to the grave, and it can immediately bring itself back, because we already have a Drytron monster on our field. On summon, New 2 searches for our Ursartron Alpha, and we can also summon that with its own effect while grabbing Ursarctic Departure. Now, before we get hasty and lock ourselves out of Link monsters, there's one more thing to do. With Beta Fafnir and New 2 on the field, we can link them off for the best thing we can make, Haggard Lizardos. The Link 2 that turns any 2 monsters into a draw. It means a bit more in our combo because it ensures Ursarctic Departure always gets the pitch it needs. Just bear in mind to use the draw effect later if you already have anything good to pitch, so that you don't accidentally draw into the search targets for Departure. From there on is just the normal Ursarctic combo, nothing much to explain. Only thing to be careful with is to not add what you want to use later with Departure, because you want them in the deck for Septentrion's search effect. Final step of the combo, activate Dramatic Snake Eye Chase to get Diablo Star on the field, and in the end phase, we can summon her to search for the Sinful Spalls of Betrayal, which is a pseudo-omni. Phew, that's quite a long one, at least by Ursarctic standards, but what we get is definitely worth the time. Septentrion negates all monsters without a level summoned from the extra deck, while Silvera keeps it safe from the Raigeki we hated the most. Azaroon not only negates a special summon, but also allows us to trigger Big Dipper's Snatch Steal effect proactively, And after all of that, we still have 4 other cards in our hand. But the biggest strength of this board is the element of surprise. The moment you summon Beta Fafnir, alarms already go off all over in your opponent's head. And when they see it's actually Ursarctics in the middle of the panic, they certainly have to read a bunch of cards they've never seen before. Just wait till they walk into the Megatanus search and get booked out of nowhere. That's the combo. Let's now head on to the replays. First replay, and we start by showing off the strongest board this deck can build. On top of the appropriate duel field. There's no better duel field than the one field spell we play, so I spent no time thinking before I bought it. But I doubt anyone else would buy it for 600 gems. Took an Imperm on the Ash and drew the Flamberge, but we had the Bonfire in hand so we can skip straight to Fafnir by searching Poplar. Fetch the Nutu and Ursarctics Alpha, and we get to Ursarctic Departure, which can trigger Flamberge by using it as discard cost. Just remember to return the 2 Snake Eyes to the grave by linking off the Fafnir. Because we didn't have to summon Flamberge from the deck, we now have an extra monster on the field, which we used to make the Promethean Princess instead of Haggard Lizardos for 2 more pops. Snake Eye Oak is quite good in this deck, fixes weird hands a lot, and ensures we can make comebacks with the graveyard effect of the original Sinful Spoil. Might be worth running too, just in case. Flamberge returns the Poplar to the field as Endless for the loop, make Ambloware with Promethean Princess, and we're finished with our Link plays. Go into Septentrion with the usual Ursarctic combo, finally topping it up with the Sinful Spoil of Betrayal, and we have a Pseudo Omni ready. Full board with 2 extra pops with the Princess engraved, all through an Imperm on the Snake Eye Ash. The Pseudo Omni immediately comes in handy when we pass to our opponent, stopping the Duster, and he decides he can't get over our board anymore. When going second, we can just play the hand trap game with our 14 hand traps, half of them being cross-out targets. But when going first, what really helps is the misleading aspect of our deck. Our deck looks exactly like normal Snake Eyes at the start, but don't get bamboozled. Wrong move and you might lose the game turn 0. Our opponent is on Labyrinths and lucky enough to get a turn 0 Black Goat Laughs, but they're not getting the last laugh. We start with our usual Snake Eye combo and tuck that furniture to the corner with Flamberge, then we make Little Knight to get that Black Goat out of the way. Our opponent has to call a card and he probably did the right thing. But you know, there's no way he can see this coming. Last replay, and we'll finish it off strong, going against what I think is the sleeper deck of the meta, Cybers. Don't underestimate their ability to go first or second, especially when drawing 2 hand traps. But with Septentrion, they're just fish in a barrel. We stop the sea with Ash Blossom, just to take the Imperm on the Snake Eye Ash. Usual Snake Eyes would stop there, but not us. Sneak in a draw with the Wanted Engrave, then we normal summon Effect Veiler for Mu Beta Fafnir. Not an option normal Snake Eyes have, I'd run more Veilers if there's more space in the deck. The Haggard Lizardos in the extra deck also make sure we get the discard needed even if we didn't draw the Wanted. An elegant solution if you ask me. And with that, our combo goes on through 2 hand traps, ending on the same board bar the 1 less Pseudo Omni. Our Septentrion this time is also the full extra deck skill drain since we used Polar Star to make him this time. Not like that matters in this matchup though. Pass to our opponent and he starts with Small World. Now that we know that they're on Cybers, we know we can win by doing almost nothing. But there's 2 things to be careful about. First and foremost, we don't want to trigger the triple tax. Both are simple outs to Septentrion, but we can easily avoid that by not activating Septentrion's trigger effect. Second threat to be careful about is the Underworld Goddess Link 5, which can link off Septentrion directly if they have enough monsters on the field. Steal their monster with Big Dipper though, and that's all their hopes gone in one of the worst matchups possible. That was the deck, and I am very happy about it. Borrowing Drytrons and Snake Eyes power to circumvent Ursarctic's biggest challenge. Starting the combo without going -2 means we can enjoy the unique board Septentrion brings, while no longer losing to a single hand trap. And while Septentrion is mostly just a Book of Moon search in the current meta, and or a shutdown for Typhon and Little Knight, just wait until the XZ meta drops. Can't wait to floodgate them all out of existence. One more thing to add, for the new event Theme Chronicles, they forgot about Ursarctics again. Or maybe that's intentional since they added the Duel field at this time. Either way, I'm happily collecting the gems in a maxi-free environment. That's it from me today. Enjoy looking at your opponent's surprised face when they find out your Duel field matches your deck. And latest.